Hello, hello, hello everyone. Am I audible? Hello. Hi Rajesh, how are you? Okay, thank you for letting me know that I'm audible. Uh, Hi Venkateshwarlu, how are you? Okay, so there is a question from RJ Rocks that I'm planning to join automation training from one of the Pune Institute along with 6 months of real-time project implementation certificate. Is this works to get automation interview calls? So if you are going for any, if you are going to any of these organizations or institutes for taking training in software testing or automation testing, so ask them if they are providing you the placement thing also. If they are providing you the placement thing, then it is good. If they are not, then definitely it is helpful if you are having some hands-on experience, maybe some practical experience. And also at the same time, take a copy of your project and upload it in the git itself, so that you can come to know, okay, what was actually the automation framework that you had developed, and you would be able to showcase it in your interviews as well, right? So that is very important if you keep it. Hi Hima, how are you? Hi Mubashira. Yes Bhavna, you can ask your query. Yadnesh is asking how to get more calls with 3 months notice period. Okay, so if you have 3 months of notice period, so invest your time more in upgrading your skill set, and simultaneously parallelly you should also keep on applying for the interviews, right? Especially after 2 months of completion of your notice period, what you will see, you will start receiving more calls from naukri.com, from LinkedIn, right? So the way to maximize the interview calls is actually, one of the good way is to approach people who are working in other companies, request them for referrals, and that is how you can maximize your calls for getting selected in various companies if you're having 3 months of notice period, right? Because if you are a referral person, then definitely they will give you a priority. In LinkedIn, you may ask someone to refer you if you know that there is a vacancy in their XYZ company, so definitely you should ask them, right? So don't worry about that, and this is how you can increase your calls for if you have 3 months of notice period. And especially once your 2 months of notice period will get completed, then what would happen is, you will see you will be receiving more calls from Naukri, because over there they will be able to filter out you in the candidate profile, in which there are only uh, less than uh, less than a month notice period kind of a person you are, so easily your candidature will get filtered out. Okay, then there are a couple of people who are asking, recession is happening really? How long will this recession happen? So as of now, there is no recession. Recession means when the people are getting laid off from the companies, like 2008. The recession has actually started in US, and you can see some of the impact that is also due to the war that is going on between Ukraine and Russia. So these all things will be impacting, but as of now it has not started. Yes, the hirings have got freezed, there are less job openings, there are less calls that you are getting, right? So what I would suggest is, this recession might take some or more, like we don't know, like, what's going to happen in the future. No one can predict the future. So as of now, you can hold on for switching jobs for next 1 or 2 months, or maybe for 1 quarter, and then we will get more clarity, more idea. Okay, now what is the situation, what is all these things. So recession is, with respect to US it is there, in India still it is not there, so touch wood. And if even if it is there, then also we will come to know, because we will be able to see many companies would be starting laying off their people, right? So in US actually, I think based on the experts, they will take, I think, maybe 2 or 3 months, and then they will bounce back for sure, right? So don't worry about those things and invest this kind of time in upgrading your skill set, learning new things. For example, if you are knowing about manual testing, learn about API testing. If you are knowing about API testing, learn about automation. If you know about automation, learn about performance testing, right? Do some certification, do give some examinations, right? So do like those things. So that would be good, right? Okay. Yes, Gautam, good evening. Hello, Maresh, how are you? Right. Okay. So please ask questions because this will be a 1 hour of live session, right? I'll be trying to give answers of the maximum queries that I am getting, right? So you can directly post your queries. That is absolutely fine. Good evening, hi, hello is absolutely fine. Just post your queries quickly. So by 6 p.m. we can end this live session, and you can also get benefit of these live sessions as well, right? Mubashira is asking, I'm working on ETL testing, need to switch company but not getting any calls. Experience is 1.6. So ETL testing is limited to some companies only, in some organizations only. Not all projects have ETL testing. So what I would suggest is, yes, you might not get as many as calls for ETL testing. The best thing, if you want to get maximum calls for interviews, get good opportunity, then you should learn Selenium, you should learn automation testing, you should learn test automation, you should have knowledge of how to automate web applications. That in that manner you will be able to maximize your calls. Now let's say if you are in non-support role, or if you are in ETL testing role, right? Then it is with respect to that scenario when you had joined that company and there was no other option, you had to go for ETL testing. But now the time has changed. Now you will have to keep yourself updated with what is demand in the current market, right? So learn automation, learn Selenium testing, and then try to apply in the companies. If possible, do some hands-on experience in test automation, and that's how you can maximize your calls, right? Hello, Vaishnavi. Okay, Vamshi Krishna is asking, can you please guide me how to crack the interview? Okay, now cracking the interview is not at all a rocket science. Okay, I'll give you a detailed answer on this. If you are having manual testing kind of a knowledge, or if you are in manual testing role, then what would happen is you will be asked scenario based questions. Like you will be asked a scenario for this particular object, a scenario for this particular application. What will you do if such things happen? If you are applying for an automation testing job, then you will be asked coding questions, like you will be asked to write a program in Java, Python, or C sharp language, whichever is mentioned in your CV. Then you will be asked Selenium based framework related questions. So whatever is there in your CV, they will be asking you questions on that only. So whatever you write in your CV, you can expect 60 to 70% questions from them. And some questions will be related to, again, real time scenario based with respect to automation. Like on Friday your suit was running fine, but on Monday it stopped running. On Friday this test was running fine, on Monday it stopped running. So so this is how you will get questions. Now once you get an idea of what questions you are going to face in an interview, what you have to do is you have to sit before the mirror, or you have to turn on the camera of your laptop and see how much confident you are, how much properly you are able to give answers of such questions, right? If you are able to give answers of such questions with a lot of confidence, with facing yourself in mirror, then automatically your confidence will increase, your communication skills will increase. Because you know what is happening, people who have already started working in in some company, they don't give interviews until and unless they need to switch the job. So their confidence level, their you know personality, their way of answering also needs a lot of improvement, because it has been like 1.5 year or 2 year. You have been working 9 to 5 job, you have been you didn't invest any of your time or effort for interview purpose, for the sake of interview. So this is how you have to help yourself. Only you can help yourself. You will have to turn on the camera of your laptop, or you can sit before the mirror as well, and that's how you can just try to give the answers of the questions. And there are multiple mock interviews that we have taken based on various years. Like if you have 3 years of experience. If you are a fresher, if you have 5, if you have 7 years of experience, manual plus automation, those interviews have been uploaded on our playlist. So you can go through those videos, and when I'm asking the question, pause the video and try to give the answer, and then see what is the candidate answering, what answer is being given by the candidate. If you are able to understand that, then it is fine. Note down the answer in the notepad. If still it is not fine, then wait for my answer in the video, and once I am giving the answer, note down that particular answer in the notepad. This is how you have to do preparation. Many of the QA success stories that we have uploaded, those people have done like that only. They have been watching the videos which have been uploaded on mock interviews. This is what I am asking them. So whenever they are calling them, they are telling that we are just pausing your videos, we are trying to give the answers of the questions to know the preparation level of ourselves, and then we listen to your answers. So this is how you can use these videos for the sake of preparation as well. And these have been uploaded on YouTube. Everything is public, everything is free of cost, no charge at all. So please make maximum use of that. Okay. So Amshi, I think this is good. Yes, good evening, Abhishek. So team, please feel free to ask questions, right? We have only 1 hour. Okay. Okay, I'm 2012 BCA passed out, completely fresher for software industry. I was thinking to start my career in QA. Would it be wise to go ahead? Thank you. So Mona, you have been 2012 passed out, so it has been almost 10 years, right? So what you have to do is, I won't suggest you to just think for QA. For now, I would suggest you to get a good job, right? I don't know about your financial condition, but I would suggest you to get some particular job in the IT industry. Let it be QA, data science, data analyst, DevOps. So many options are there. Don't just keep yourself limited to QA only. You have done BCA, you have 10 years of career gap. You can get some job into a QA, you cannot get job as well, because there have been people of 2022 who have been passed out, who are freshers, who have been passed out in 2022. Even they are looking for jobs. So companies will give priority to those people. Then 2021, 2020. Now for you, I would suggest, definitely yes. It is not like there are no chances of you for getting a job, but what I would suggest is, keep your career, keep options open for yourself, right? Don't just limit yourself to QA. Do go for data science, go for SAP based jobs, right? There is a video that we have uploaded in which you can see which are the jobs in which a career gap person can apply, because those jobs are in demand, but the supply is less. People are not going to those jobs, so you can go for those jobs as well, right? And right, so it would be wise to not limit yourself to QA only, right? So please, definitely there are chances, but again I would say, don't just limit yourself to QA, right? Okay, Sonali is asking, upcoming days call chances increased or not? Yes, definitely it would increase, right? It will definitely increase. There are many chances that it might get increased, because see, US is a very good country, right? If their GDP has been affected for 1 quarter, it doesn't mean that it will be affected for every quarters. They have known that they have fallen down for 1 quarter, but that doesn't mean that they will keep falling for all the quarters. So they will bounce back, and as soon as they will bounce back, see, Indian IT industry is already going strong, so there will be more jobs coming up, right? And as of now also the jobs are coming. If you see on our channel, we are uploading jobs of everyday videos on job related things. So maximize applying those companies as well, right? Purnima is asking, how to restart the career after a gap. People having career gap is untouchable, isn't it? Purnima, yeah, that is there. I have known people who have got the job after 4 to 5 years of career gap as well. But what I was thinking is, many of the people, even after having the career gap and showing the honesty in their profile, in their CV, still they are not getting calls. So today I'm going to create one video on how to get a job with some fake experience, right? Yeah. So that is what I'm not recommending. It's very strongly to show fake experience in your resume or in your profile, but there are pros and cons of it, and there is a risk involved in it. Now it is up to you whether you want to take that risk or not, but I will tell you pros and cons of what happens when you go with a fake experience. There are times when people get selected with fake experience as well, and there are times when they are being asked questions and they are being laid off due to that. But it is absolutely totally a risk based thing, right? As of now also, you don't have job. If you get a job by a fake experience and no one lays you off, then, and if someone is laying you off, or if someone is terminating your employment from that particular company, then previously also you are not having job, now also you don't have a job. So I'm thinking to create one video on fake experience thing. It would be uploaded in 1 or 2 days, maybe by max Tuesday, right? So give me some time and I'll advise you how to go with a fake experience, because I don't want my subscribers to sit at home just uh, waiting for companies to call them. Now you will it's your decision. Again, I'm not recommending it, I'm not suggesting it to go for that, but if you think that you don't have any other option, that is only the last option, go for it, because jobs are very important. Our families are dependent on us, right? And I'm not aware about how the financial conditions or what the mental pressure you people are having due to these all things. So I'll prepare one video on that, right? When should I switch from manual to automation? Okay, first of all, who is this? Rupali Jumle is asking, when should I switch from manual to automation? So, manual to automation is nothing that you can switch in 1 or 2 days. It is an ongoing activity. Let's say you are doing manual testing and there is a team who is working on automation. So, you can take that framework, you can use that framework and implement those things in your manual testing project, right? Or at least learn some selenium basics, like this particular control is there, for example checkbox is there, drop down is there, table is there, so how will you automate these things, right? So such things are there. So once you are comfortable with the basics of selenium, once you are comfortable with any one of the programming language, then it's a good time to switch from manual to automation, right? Sai Kumar is asking, I have 3.6 years experience in manual testing and automation testing. Which tools have I to learn? So first of all, you have to learn Selenium, right? Learn any one of the programming language. Learn Postman tool, that is good, useful for API testing. Learn JMeter, that is useful for performance testing. If you have 3.54 years of experience, you should go for that. Okay, Rahul Kamble is asking, I had given 5 interviews and it went well, but nobody reverted back and don't receive my call as well. Okay, so Rahul, see, you can follow up for one time. Uh, and if you are still not getting calls, or if you're not getting any response from them, right, then you will have to move further, because it might be that their internal job position might would have closed. This is one of the reason it might would have closed. Second reason can be that your salary expectation or your salary, it might be more compared to what other candidates are asking. They are getting candidates with less salary as well. Third question is, you might be a backup person for the person, backup of a person who already has got selected and is going to join as well, right? So sometimes I advise you to keep a backup offer letters with you, right? So in this case, you might be a backup for that company, that if, like, you might be second or third person. If 1 or 2 person does not join, then they might call you, so you might be that kind of a person, right? So that's why they might not be receiving the calls. So don't worry, don't get disappointed, and I would request you to share your interview questions in one text file or in one Excel file to us at rdautomationlearning@gmail.com. It would be great if you can share the interview experience and keep on applying in other companies, right? Okay, storyteller is asking, पॉजिटिव कामे का काम करती है आप आवश, थैंक यू सो मच. Okay, I don't understand Marathi actually, But do you are you feeling any good experience with the audio today? I have actually purchased one of the mic. Right? This is a mic that I have purchased to enhance the audio quality. Actually, I was getting in the comment section, many of the people were telling that your voice is less, your voice is not good. So I just thought to do some small investment so that at least you people are there, you people are coming. So why not to give you advantage of this good audio as well. Okay, thank you so much for confirming. Okay, so Yash Yadav is asking, what can I do to get more interview call, because nowadays I see I didn't get calls from Naukri or LinkedIn. So what can I do for this? And please tell me also, that is 1.5 year experience enough to switch? Okay, yes. So currently, based on the current market scenario, if you are not getting calls, I would request you to not switch or not to put down papers in your company. 1.5 years is actually a good thing. If you have 1.5 year of experience in one of the company, then definitely you can switch. But also identify if there are any other projects in which you can get some more knowledge in the same company. Then you can go and request the HR, and you can ask them that see, I have got enough of experience in this project, I would like to make a switch now in some other project so that I can learn, and simultaneously I can also uh, give my knowledge or use my knowledge for other project in the same company. So that thing you can do. So in this manner, what you will get is, you will get new kind of task, you will get new kind of learnings, right? And once the market scenario is improved, once we come to know after 2 or 3 months the market is stable, then you can go for a switch, right? Okay. Uh, there is a question from D. What is the future for automation testing? I have 6 years of work experience uh, in non-IT, but now I wanted to switch in IT. I'm confused between Power BI and automation, which is good. Please answer. Oh, yes. So definitely automation is good. Automation is on a top priority, right? And you should learn Selenium automation. Even if you have 6 years of work experience in non-IT, still you should learn automation. You should learn Java or Python, any one of the programming language. Power BI is something that you can take care after learning Selenium automation as well. Learn Selenium plus automation. That will help you more in getting interview calls and getting a job, right? So just to update you, tomorrow one video we would be uploading on one of our subscriber who actually got a job. He was actually working in non-IT background from mechanical stream, but he got a job into a IT company and multiple job offers he has got. So today I would be interviewing him, and tomorrow his video would be uploaded. So you can also get an idea of how the people who are from mechanical background or non-IT background are preparing for the interviews, and they are coming into the software testing industry, into the IT industry, right? Okay. Okay, there is a question from Haste Raho. How to give answer who have 1 year of experience? Where are you looking to change job? Okay, where are you looking to change job? The simple, straightforward answer is for better prospects. When you say prospects, it means opportunities in terms of both financial as well as professional. Financial is means you are looking for a salary hike, and professional means you are looking for new kind of projects. So that is simple. So you are looking for a change because of new opportunities, new challenges, for better prospects. This is what you can give the answer. Sir, I have 3 years of experience. I'm daily practicing interview, but when at the time of giving real interview I got blank. Why such thing happened with me? How should I overcome this? Okay. So so if you are getting blank in a real time interview, so what you should do is, okay, so I'll create a video on this, separate video. It would be on this. It would be a big answer, right? So Sania Kumbar will be creating a separate video on this thing, right? Okay, Tejas is asking, automation testing, is it mandatory, required REST API knowledge? And Jenkins, please answer my question. Yes, see, REST API is very much required in test automation. For example, it might happen that you are trying to automate something which is related to um, API automation, right? For example, if you try to do it via UI perspective, it would be a lengthy automation script. So it and it takes more time. Now, automation scripts should always take less time compared to manual testing effort. So then you can go for an API approach. Now, API implementation you can do if you have REST assured knowledge, right? So learn REST assured in that basically how to implement, methods while implementing API. For example, post, get, put, delete, all these things you have to understand. So learn those things first. Then you can go for Jenkins, because Jenkins, as such, also DevOps team would be taking care of it, right? So Jenkins you can learn later, but definitely you should learn REST API, right? Okay, Sanya, you want us to take your question? Uh, is it okay, Sanya, if we can create a separate video and upload on it, because it would take some time. That's why I don't want to get other people time wasted. That's why. Please tell us about no coding automation tools. Uh, okay, I didn't get your question actually. Please tell us about no coding automation tools. Okay, no. Okay, so tools which okay automation tools which does not require any programming or any coding. So then those are RPA based tools. Those are robotic process automation tools in which you don't require any coding. You don't need any programming or any scripting knowledge. You just have to use those particular packages are already available in those automation tools. You just have to use them. For example, if you have to write a loop based programming, loop based automation script in Selenium, with Java you will be writing for loop, you will be writing while loop. But in RPA, there is a package available. You just have to drag and drop, and automatically your flow, your logic would get implemented based on for loop, based on do while loop. So those are RPA based tools, right? If you are looking to make your career as an RPA developer, as a robotic process automation developer, then you can go for such tools like Automation Anywhere, UiPath, Blue Prism. These tools are in demand, right? So these are tools which does not need any coding. Okay. Anuj is asking, sir, I learned automation testing getting failed many times. Should I get job in manual? See, learning automation and failing in the automation, that is not an acceptable thing, right? Now, see, for now, if you are comfortable in manual testing, that doesn't mean that you will have a longer run of time in your career with manual testing. Because in IT industry, if you have to progress professionally and financially as well, then you have to come out of your comfort zone. If you are not liking it, then you will have to change your mind. You will have to accept it, you will have to like it, and you will have to learn it, right? Irrespective of number of times you're feeling it, irrespective of how many times you're not able to understand, go through those videos again and again, go through that particular tutorial again and again. Definitely one day would be coming when you will get successful in understanding those particular things. So you have to learn automation testing. There is no other option if you want to make a career for your life in software testing, because just manual testing won't help. Okay. Yash is asking, I'm getting laid off in my current company. If I didn't get job before my last working day, or is there any small gap of 2 to 3 months? Will it impact my career getting any other job? See, yes, don't worry about if there is a small career gap of 2 to 3 months also. That is not at all an issue, because the people will ask you that why did you had a career gap, why you were not working from this period to this period. So you can tell I got laid off, and there were there were less job openings in other companies. I was trying, but I didn't get selected, right? So that is totally fine, because they are also aware about what is the situation of the current market scenario, right? So don't worry about those things. It won't impact you much. What would actually impact is if you don't upgrade yourself based on the current skill set in the demand, based on the current tools those are in demand, then it's a problem for you. Arun is asking, I have 5 years of experience Currently, I'm working as an automation test engineer. Can I go to API testing or move to DevOps, which is suitable in terms of growth and package? Okay. So it's similar like you are asking for rasgulla in one hand and gulab jamun in other hand. So both are sweets, both are very adorable, both are very tasty, right? So go for any of the one of the option. DevOps or API testing, both are good for you in terms of growth as well as package. Both are fine. Okay. K. Shrikant, sir, you are conducting mock interview, which is great, but can you share some recorded lectures of yours on manual as well as automation and some real-time knowledge of organizations? Okay, so you want me to record some videos on manual testing as well as automation testing? Okay, I'll do that. Do that. So some topics, some concepts we will cover on, and we will try to upload them on our channel, right? Yes, Shrinu, I'm good. How are you? So, see, I'm absolutely fine, right? And I'm so glad that I had actually scheduled this live call on 4 o'clock, but due to some personal reasons, I couldn't join at 4 o'clock, and I postponed it to 5 o'clock. So, I'm very happy that you people have joined at 5 p.m. also. So, rather than now this formal conversation, I would be happy to answer your questions. So, please ask questions. Hi, Madhu. Yes, yes. Please ask questions. Okay. Wow. Wonderful questions are coming. Madhu is asking, can we automate window-based pop-up and ads using Selenium? Yes, window-based pop-ups can be automated using Auto IT. And if in your advertisements or in any other kind of pop-ups you are getting image kind of thing, then you can automate it via Sikuli. Okay. Okay. Anjali is asking, is there any opportunities for software testing freshers in this month? I'm asking this because I'm not getting calls from last 1 month. It's not only for you, Anjali. Many people are not getting calls because there is an internal planning going on in various companies, and also there has been a recession in US. So somewhat the calls frequency have got decreased, but don't worry. Keep on learning and keep on applying. Yesterday, every day we would be uploading some videos on fresher related jobs. So please use that opportunity. Okay. Okay, Gaurav is asking, I see most of the company hire SDET and automation, and in organization, mostly manual stuff are done. What can be done in this situation? Automation hands-on are not done. Okay, very good question, Gaurav. I'll create a separate video on this. But in a nutshell, I'll tell you, if such kind of things are happening with you in the company, go and have one-on-one talk with the one-on-one conversation with the hiring manager, with the HR, and tell them upfront, see, this won't be acceptable for you, but before that get a good offer letter from other company as well, right? Because it should not happen that they put pressure on you and they make you work for to do manual testing, and you don't get hands-on experience for automation, and ultimately you will be forgetting the automation skill set, right? You will be forgetting your concepts of automation. So so that's a very good thing that actually uh, you know it's actually you have identified the problem, that you are doing manual testing but rather than doing as that kind of a role, right? So just have a one-on-one conversation with them. If you see after 1 or 2 months also they are not taking respective action, respective steps in that particular direction, then try to look job in other company. Okay. Okay, Abhishek Sharma is asking how to enhance my resume as I'm having good knowledge of manual testing, and what else I can learn to make my resume strong. So if you have good knowledge of manual testing, then why don't you go for automation? Why don't you go for API? Why don't you go for performance testing? These things, if you add in your resume, along with that, do some certification for ISTQB foundation level, advanced level. So if you do this kind of certifications, it would actually help you in your resumes. Your resumes will get, your CV will get very strong. Your profile will get very strong. Okay. What else we have? Manoj is asking, how can I get remote job calls? Where should I apply? Please suggest me some portals. Wow, very nice question. So, remote jobs you can get from LinkedIn itself. In LinkedIn, there is a separate tab for jobs. In that, you have to just click on that, and after clicking on that particular job tab, you have to search for remote job opportunities, or post, or you can search for companies who posted job opportunities in last week or in last 24 hours, right? And then you can get a lot of remote based jobs over there. LinkedIn is a good option you can try over there. Diba is asking UI path or manual software testing, which is better option if I'm restarting career after long gap. So if you're restarting your career, then I would suggest apply in both in both the companies, one which is offering you manual testing, one which is offering you UI path. Whichever job you get, even RPA people are making a lot of money these days, right? People who are turning out to be RPA developer, people who are creating bots using RPA tools, those people are also creating a lot of money, right? So go for any one of the option. Listen to your heart, listen to your mind. What are you passionate about, right? Go for that. Okay. Which is best between API automation and data scientist as per salary wise? API automation. Jharkhand Tech Point is asking, work desk project management intern is beneficial for future. Yes, if you are getting any kind of internship after fresher, go for that internship, right? Okay. Okay, Manoj is asking, even if my interview goes for 1 hour, they are not selecting. Even okay, so your automation interview went for 1 hour, but they are not selecting. So, see, Manoj, it is totally dependent on what questions were asked and to what extent were you able to give the answers. And it is not just related to the technical clearance point of view. They are also looking with respect to what kind of salary structure you are asking, or what kind of salary, what kind of pay you are asking for, right? And then your communication skills. So all those things also matter, right? So there are various, parameters. Then one of the other parameter also, they might be um, happy with the knowledge you have got, but you might not be able to explain with those particular keywords that you have to use in an interview, right? For example, just telling I know test automation, I know test automation, I know test automation is not, no one is going to select you, right? But you should be able to explain your framework in detail. You should be able to explain what is the difference between SRC slash test, SRC slash main. Have you really got that kind of exposure in test automation, in that kind of framework? And what is your contribution in framework? Because just finding x path of the elements is not going to help, right? So that kind of experience, that kind of level of knowledge they are looking for, they might be looking for, right? So don't get disappointed. See, 1 hour of interview is fine. You take water after that, watch some movie on Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, refresh yourself, and again start learning. Again, give interviews, right? This is just, these things are going to be there in your career. These things are going to be there in your life because you have chosen to be doing a private job, right? So these things would be a part and parcel of your life. Don't get dejected. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel that it is the end of the life, right? It is not like that at all. So just move on from that. If they haven't selected you, then it is their loss, right? It is not your loss at all. Mahesh, sir, I have 3.2 years of experience as manual tester, but recently I joined an organization after 4-month project was closed, and then they decide to terminate me. Now I am facing issues in interview. Okay, Mahesh, that is a very sad thing actually. I can understand your pain, and what I would suggest is, you have to tell them upfront. You have to take a screenshot if you have, a photo of the email that has been given from the companies that after 4 months they laid you off. So take those screenshots and post on LinkedIn, and ask help, ask referral from the people on the LinkedIn. I'm sure you can tag me also on LinkedIn. I'm sure that many people would come forward to help you, right? So don't worry about this thing. Okay. AS2634, in how many days we should accept response from the companies after interview? 3 to 4 days are enough. If you don't get any response in 3 to 4 days, just have a call with them, or at least drop an email to them. asking that what is the response or what is the feedback of your interview, right? 3 to 4 days are enough. Okay. What about calls for experienced? Dilip Muttapale, what about calls for experience? So which calls you are referring to? Can you please elaborate your question a bit? Okay, Sanya is asking, guide me about API testing. So API testing is nothing but when you have to do the testing with respect to various APIs that has been developed. Now, whenever your software is going to get developed, so they will start from backend. They will first create APIs. They will first develop APIs. That would be the backend, and then they will be working on the database related calls. Like this API will be doing this, and then in the database this will be stored, or this script will be called in the database, right? Then what would happen is then the front end would get started, right? Now in many companies they don't want you to wait till the front end gets developed because you have backend APIs ready, right? So what you can do is you can actually test those APIs. For example, crude operations you can test via that API. For example, it's a create user API. So what it should do, it should create a user. So when you hit that API, it should return in the response as 200, okay, meaning in the future it would create a user in the UI. So this is what API related testing is there. Similarly, delete user, update details of some particular user, right? These things are there. So these things is done in API testing. Okay. Okay. Swaroop is asking, can you start any automation class? Okay, so it would be difficult for starting any automation related classes, but yes, what we can do is actually we can start with Java programming related video tutorials first. Once Java is completed, then we will be going for Selenium as well, right? When will hiring start again? Why calls are not coming? So calls are actually not coming because there is, internal, these things are going on, internal plannings are going on within the companies. Recently I met few of the recruitment team and HRs also, and they were telling that actually the recession has happened in the US, it's not there in India as of now, but still they want to plan within their organization with their management in such a manner that in future the impact should not happen. So that's why the calls have got decreased, because they are actually doing internal hirings, right? So that is what is happening. Okay. Okay, AS2634, in how many days we should accept response from the companies after interview? Okay, so yeah, so within 3 to 4 days you should definitely get a response from the company if you have been selected, right? Krishna Biradar is asking, how can we get dummy project knowledge? So Krishna, just wait for 1 or 2 days. I'm working on one of the video with respect to how can you show some kind of project experience even if you haven't worked in some company, right? So just wait for 1 or 2 days, and then if I'm not recommending it, I'm not suggesting it, but it is up to you. If you are having a financial issue, and if you do a job, then only your family, or your family is dependent on your job, then you can go with that ahead. Yes, if you are having good, so there is a question is experience testing resources, can we switch now as there is a recession going on? So if you have got good experience, if you know that that particular other company who has given you the offer letter will also give you the joining letter for sure, then only put down the papers. Otherwise, you would have seen the yesterday's video which we have uploaded. Wipro, TCS, Cognizant, Capgemini, these people have delayed the onboarding of the freshers that they had hired for 2022 batch, right? So, and there are various responses also that we have given in that video. What are the responses from these companies, right? So, if you are very sure that the other company is going to hire you for sure, is going to have you for sure, then you should go for the switch. There is no problem with that. Okay. Okay. If I join software tester job, then how much time it will take to earn 50K per month? Okay. So it depends on location to location in which particular city you are working, and how is your performance, right? It depends on that as well. And if you are working good, if you are having good knowledge, if you are having good exposure related to testing, if you are having good analytical skills, logical skills, then I think within 1 or 2 years you should be making 50K for sure. Okay. Okay. Okay, Manoj is asking, recently I got selected for HPS power cards project in my organization. Just wanted to know how the future will be. Okay. So if you have got selected in any company, so just Google about that company, right? What is the testing, what is the domain of the testing in that particular company, what kind of role they are going to give you. So you can have these kind of conversations with the management, with the hiring manager, with the recruitment team also, right? And accordingly you can take it further. So HPS, I'm not aware about this, but it's good if you have got selected. And what kind of role it is, like it's a testing related role, then definitely you should join, and it would be a good promising future, right? And if possible, please come on our channel and share your success story with us. You can drop your contact details at our email address, rdautomationlearning@gmail.com. Okay, please upload testing projects because we have to upload in resume. This project will give good impact. Okay, so you want me to create some projects in which you can actually do testing. Okay, we will see if that can be done. Okay. Okay, how do I prepare for Google? Akshay is asking. So, Akshay, just search for Google testing engineer questions RD automation learning in YouTube. You will get 1 or 2 videos that we have uploaded on our channel. You will come to know what kind of questions are being asked in Google company, right? Okay, can we have some important interview questions of ETL QA or some interview videos? Yeah, definitely. I'm actually looking for candidates who have got ETL testing experience, because even we want to conduct a mock interview for them, but the resumes which I'm getting, though, they don't have that kind of ETL testing experience, right? So Vaibhav is asking, sir, will call after Diwali? So will call increase after Diwali? Yes, definitely. So it is up to the market. See, we cannot predict the future. We can think positive. The calls will definitely increase by December or maybe by January of the new year, right? Okay, Karthikeyan is asking, I'm working in non-IT for past 7 years and I want to switch my career into IT, especially in web automation. So will they consider me as a fresher or experienced? If experienced, how will be the salary? Okay. So what kind of non-IT role you are doing? If that is related to what kind of testing you are going to do, then definitely they will consider you experienced, or else they might consider you as a fresher. But you have to negotiate salary with them, because they will be trying to dominate you so that they have to pay you less. And obviously you're not a fresher, you know what kind of organization work is going on, at least on a very high level, right? Because you have already done, you have good experience in non-IT. So if your interview goes good, then you can ask them about about the package with respect to the same years of experience. But they will try to negotiate, because it is not core relevant experience related to testing, but still you can ask them, and that's how you can negotiate with them. Okay. Okay, yes. Swaroop is asking, Java is basic for automation. Yes, Java is very much required for automation. Can we automate API using Postman? Yes, you can automate API using Postman. What is agile velocity? So agile velocity is, for example, you had 10 user stories which were supposed to be tested by your particular team in that particular sprint. Sprint can be of 2 weeks, it can be of 1 month as well. So in the very first sprint, you and your team, like your entire team, were able to test 10 user stories. In second sprint, you were able to test 8 stories only instead of 10. Again, you had more 10 stories, and out of that, you were able to test 8 only, complete 8 only. So your velocity will be completion of user stories divided by total number of stories. So 18 out of 20, right? So in two sprints, total stories that you had to complete were 20, but you could complete 18. So 18 out of 20. So that means around 90% of velocity you have. That is how the velocity is being calculated. Okay. So just give me a minute. I need to connect charger. Okay. Okay. Fine. So we discussed about agile velocity. Okay. Is it possible to show some experience in automation if you have knowledge on Selenium, advanced Selenium and projects? Yes, definitely you should try to show some experience in automation, because then only your interview chances will get increased. And we will also show you how you can, we will create a separate video on that as well, how you can showcase some kind of experience in automation, right? So that's also, let me note it down. Right? That's, I'll create a video on this as well. Okay, but in a nutshell, I'm telling you what you have to do is you have to get an idea of what kind of automation framework and what are the different automation tasks that has been developed within the in within your company, and you have to include those details in your resume. It's not like you will be putting a fake automation experience, but you will be practicing their framework at your home and then put those things in your resume, because you will be asked questions on that. You will be definitely expected to answer, right? And if you are able to answer, it means that is it's like icing on the cake. You will be getting a job of automation as well, right? But you should have some knowledge, and um, you should have some work hands-on experience with what kind of automation framework it is. Okay, Lokesh is asking, please explain story point with one example. Story point. Okay, so okay, so in agile, what happens is if there is a user story. Now the user story is very simple, that whether this particular button is there or not. So the story points will be less, because it is just, the story is just about a button. The story points are actually given on two criteria. One is with respect to the business aspect of that story, like if that story is implemented, if that story is developed, how much impact, how much useful, how much important will that story be with respect to the business, right? Second thing is what that particular feature or functionality is adding to the application, right? So if it's a button related story, button related functionality to be added, the story point would be less. If uh, if there is a e-commerce based website, and you have a story with respect to payment functionality or feature to be developed, then it will have more story points, because it is a very must thing, mandate thing to have in the application, to be a part of that application, right? So that is there. So their story points will be moved. Okay. Prem Rajkumar is asking, please let me know how second technical round interview will be. Thanks in advance. Okay, so second technical round, they might ask you with respect to uh, automation only. If you are having second technical round with respect to manual testing, then you can expect questions related to the real-time scenarios. Or if it is related to automation, then they might ask you to write coding questions, or they might ask you to create some automation scripts on the fly, right? Before them, that is also possible. right? So this, it depends on companies to companies. Generally, they give you scenario based questions, real time interview based questions will be there, right? Can you make a video covering end to end agile methodology? Okay, yes, we will take it up. Okay, end to end agile based methodology. Okay, okay, Lokesh, how to measure story points like days, hours? Yeah. So if you feel that that particular functionality or story is less, it will take less time, then you can give the estimation with respect to days. If you feel it is more, it will take more time, then you can give the story points with respect to days. But generally, story points are given with respect to, it depends on estimation, whether it's a small story based estimation, it's a large, or it's excel t-shirt based sizing is done. So according to that, the story points are given. Yes, Shrikant is also telling the right thing. Story point is actually commitment in specific sprint duration, right? So that is also a good thing. Yes, Shrikant, thank you for answering. Okay. So Sania and any other people are please suggest YouTube channels to learn rest assured automation and Postman manual, sir. Okay. So we will create videos on Postman, and in YouTube you can just search on rest assured videos. You will get many resources over there, or in Google also just search for that. Okay. Uh, I completed two Infosys technical interview 30 days ago, but no response from them. I gave interview in TCS in September, different location, but no response from them also. Why? Because these companies have been, they are waiting for recession to get over in US. Actually, there has been a recession in US, and because of which many of the companies who are actually service-based companies have been impacted, right? So don't rely, or don't give, don't just wait for their confirmations or their interview calls, especially TCS, Accenture, Capgemini, HCL Technologies, Cognizant, Wipro. Look for other options as well. Okay, Indusmita Nayak. I am fresher on pass out 2021. How to apply for job? So daily on our channel, we are uploading videos with respect to various job openings that are available. So try to apply for all those jobs, right? It doesn't matter whether you are 2021 passed out or 2020 passed out, until unless it has been specifically mentioned in the job description that they are looking only for 2022 based candidates or 2022 profiles, students profiles. Then you can go, you can ignore applying for those jobs. Otherwise, you should definitely apply all the jobs that we are posting, right? Avinash is asking, I don't know C language and Java. Can I learn automation testing? So C language is not required for automation testing, but Java is required for automation testing. So you will have to learn automation testing, right? Okay. So Indusmita, you are sending daily emails, but you are not getting any responses. So there might be number of reasons behind that. Maybe if it's a work from office job, and you are actually it's a job in based out of Bangalore, but you are located in Kolkata, then also you might not get call from them. They might be thinking that she might not get relocated from Kolkata to Bangalore, right? That can be one of the reasons, right? Then other reason is that your skill set, your profile might not be matching, right? Or they might be having some candidate who is available to work in less salary package compared to your, right? Okay, Biswajit, thank you so much, I'm happy to help. Okay. Avinash, I have 4 years of experience in manual testing. How much salary can I expect if I try for new job? So if you are looking for a new job, then whatever your salary is, with respect to, you have to multiply your experience with the 2.5 or 2. For example, if you have 4 years of experience, then multiply it with 2 or 2.5, right? And then accordingly you can expect uh, whatever the number is there, you can expect in your, you can try to ask those particular number to your expected salary. So 5.6 is actually less, you should be expecting more, 7 8 lakhs per annum. Okay, people. So today's live session is about to end, right? So thank you so much for joining, right? And I hope you had a good audio experience today. I'm also working on video quality improvement, right? So, uh, okay. Mayur is asking, my sister gave a mock interview with you. Now she's placed in IT Guru software. Then what should I do, sir, for the placement? So that's a good thing. Actually, she got selected. So many congratulations. Please ask her to share success story with us. You can drop the contact details at rdautomationlearning@gmail.com. We will be happy to cover the interview experience. And also we will be happy to conduct a mock interview for you as well. So you will also come to know like what kind of questions are being asked and what is your level of what is your level of understanding, or what is your level of knowledge where you are actually lacking, right? So these things you can understand, right? Okay, so thank you so much. And storyteller, I gave lots of interview in September, how can I share you all questions? Wow, wonderful. Please share all those questions at email address rdautomationlearning@gmail.com. Let me put it over here, right? So if you want to give mock interviews or if you want to share interview questions, so just share at rdautomationlearning@gmail.com. Share with the name of the company and with the years of experience that you have, so we can cover a video on that, right? Sales for QA future is also very bright, right? So I have a mock interview scheduled at 6 p.m. So I'll have to stop this live stream. But thank you so much. Actually, today this thing is new. This is the mic that we had invested, right? I have purchased it and I hope the audio quality is good. I'm also working on the video quality and hope that also you would like, right? So thank you so much everyone for joining today. It's a Sunday, but I'm glad to have you on our channel. Thank you so much. Keep rocking, and all the best for your future. So what is the process of giving a mock with you? So just drop a CV at rdautomationlearning@gmail.com. We will call you for scheduling a mock interview. Thank you so much.